Today's number 19.
Number 19.
Oh,
All right,
and
get her
ready,
back.
everyone. We are gonna see this. Moms and everyone, you want to see my muscles?
Oh, big muscles. Wow. Okay, show them what's on there. Show them what's on
And
there.
I'm gonna pick this
Oh, good. Okay.
book.
What is it?
It's a water and our light of the world.
Oh, okay. So day number 19 is a water drop.
Hmm?
Cool. Here, give it to me.
I wanted to do it.
Okay, hurry though. We gotta go fast.
I wanted to do it.
Okay, look, buddy, you're taking too long. There you go. There's our water droplet. Okay, and now put on our light of the world on top and come sit down. I've already got it open for us. Don't fall. Remember, it's slippery. All right, here we go. Day number 19. Preparing the way for the king.
The story of John.
John
The
Baptist.
Baptist.
John the Baptist from Matthew 3. Okie dokie, here we go. Oh, hey, John, that reminds me of something. The last 2 days we've talked about a man named
Zachariah.
Yes, Zachariah. And who came and told Zachariah something that made him feel afraid?
Angel.
An angel. And what did the angel tell him?
I don't know
You
because I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening? Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Jeez
I was
Louise.
listening.
What did the angel tell John?
I don't
Or, I'm sorry, what did the angel tell Zachariah?
I don't know.
Okay, let's ask our friends. What do you guys think? What did the angel tell Zachariah?
He's having a baby.
He's gonna have a baby. And do you remember? Yeah, baby. Do you remember what God told Zachariah to name the baby?
Yes.
What?
John.
John. Do you think this is gonna be the same John?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Elizabeth and Zachariah had their baby boy, just like God had said. And they named him John, just like God had said. As he grew up, they made sure John knew all about the promises that God had made about him, how he would prepare the way for the king who would bring God back. Who do you think that king is? Joshua.
Jesus.
I think that's right. Let's find out. Sit down. Every night they sang John to sleep with a special song. Can we have quiet feet, please? Here's our special song. For such a long time, God seemed far away, but he has heard what we hoped and we prayed. God is coming to earth to stay. From the time he was born, in fact, even before he was born, John had a special something about him, some kind of special spirit, and he knew it was to help prepare the way for the king. Maybe that special spirit explains why John did some of the odd things that he did. Do you know what kind of odd things John did? Have you heard about John the Baptist at school? Yes or no? Not yet. Have you guys heard of John the Baptist and maybe some of the strange things that he did? Well, he did odd things like only wearing clothes made out of scratchy camel hair.
Scratchy camel?
It's nice and all, but sheep's wool is much cozier. He did odd things like living out in the wilderness with all the wild animals. Camping is fun for a night, but it gets old after weeks and weeks and weeks living in the wilderness. And he did odd things like only eating special snacks of grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers? Ew, I want to eat grasshoppers.
Yeah, I don't want to eat grasshoppers either. How about you guys? Does that sound good? Oh, and they were grasshoppers that were covered in honey.
Honey?
I like honey. I don't want to cover grasshoppers in honey, though.
Me too.
Oh, that's what they say, too. They say honey sounds nice, but I think I'll pass on the grasshoppers. But even though John was different, God was with John. Even when he was wearing uncomfortable clothes, even when he was out in the wilderness, even when he had to eat bugs, God was with John. Because God was with John, God's people went out to the wilderness to listen to him and to learn from John. Day after day,
It's rain.
maybe, day after day, this is what John would say. Open up your ears and listen. Open up your hearts too, because God's got something to say. He's sending a king to make the wrong things right and the dark things light.
Light. Super light.
Yeah.
Super light.
He's sending a king who will bring God back to stay. Who do you think that is? Who do you think that is? Who's the king who's going to bring God back to stay and who's going to make all the wrong things right and the dark things light? Who is that?
Jesus.
Jesus. And John is getting ready for Jesus, isn't he? To help everyone get ready, John baptized people in the Jordan River. It reminded everyone of all the times that God had saved his people by bringing them through the water, like he did with Noah and his family. Then one day, while John was baptizing, John saw him. Who do you think? Ooh, they're going to ask later, so I won't get to that yet. John saw him, the man who would change his life forever, the man who would change everyone's lives forever. Who do you think John saw? Do you think it was the king?
Yes.
Do you think it was Emmanuel? Do you remember what Emmanuel means? God with us.
Mommy, I think it was Jesus.
I think you're right. Let's keep going. You're right. It was the king. But before this king was a man, he was a little boy. And before he was a boy, he was what?
Jesus.
Before he was a little boy, though, what do you think he was? What were you before you were a big boy?
Spider-Man.
You were a Spider-Man first and then you turned into a big boy? Or were you a
baby.
baby? You were a baby first. So before the king was a boy, he was a tiny, poor, helpless baby. And while John was waiting, he would hum that song his parents sang to him each night. For such a long time,
God will
seemed far away. But now he has heard what we
hoped
and prayed. God is coming to earth to stay.
More tomorrow. Bye, everyone. I'm gonna hang up now.